A big change at Stanford University this school year as the school becomes one of the first in the nation to test every student once a week for COVID-19, whether they're vaccinated or not.
The vaccine is still new, and the virus is still new, the Delta variant is still new. There's things we have to figure out, and that's why I actually think testing is probably one of the better ideas.
Stanford notified students about this new requirement today. Good evening. I'm Julie Hayner.
And I'm Frank Somerville. The school says that they want to minimize the spread of the coronavirus before the fall quarter begins next month in person. KTVU's Asna Smith is at Stanford gauging reaction from students. Asna?
Well, Frank, most students here on campus say the testing requirement makes sense. They say they will wear a mask, get vaccinated, get tested, so they can physically be here on campus and classes won't go back to being virtual.
Yeah, but I'm vaccinated and I still have to wear a mask. That's worse, in my opinion.
Stanford sophomore Carolyn Kahili is voluntarily testing weekly to make sure her allergy symptoms aren't COVID-19.
So basically you get these little baggies.
These are the testing kits Stanford provides. Students can pick them up on campus, self-test, and then put them in drop boxes at Stanford. Results come back in a day. She says the process is simple.
I also think it's a good thing if we know whether or not these vaccines are really working.
Concerns over the Delta variant prompting university officials to now require all students to not only get the vaccine and wear face coverings indoors, but now submit to tests once a week, starting August 15th, 1 month before school starts in person. In a letter to students, Stanford writes the requirement is aimed to minimize the prevalence and reduce the spread of COVID-19 on campus.
If we're not testing, we just don't know how many people have COVID.
There have been these breakthrough cases, so it does make a little bit of sense.
Stanford did have a problem earlier or late last month.
In July, 7 students, all vaccinated, tested positive for COVID after the university loosened testing requirements. The students all symptomatic. Medical experts say asymptomatic individuals can carry the virus as well.
By doing surveillance and making sure that people are negative, that is, they're not carrying the virus, that really adds a great deal of assurance.
I'm honestly apprehensive about how much is actually going to happen in person in the fall and in the upcoming year.
Students worry Stanford could decide last minute again against in-person instruction.
I was very frustrated last year to be sent home. They told us 2 days before one quarter started.
They want to return to as close to a normal fall quarter as they can get.
I would definitely much rather do testing and actually be here rather than do another year alone at home virtually.
And Stanford says a very small number of unvaccinated students will be living here on campus in the fall. They are recommending, not requiring, spouses and children of those students to get vaccinated. Frank?
Asna Smith live for us tonight. Asna, thank you.